time to bring the bass back.
Mix is the beat of our culture. Your music.
I thank God for the opportunity to make music and for that music to be on a platform for people to come out and love.
Your stories.
It's gold for the Philippines.
The next generation of creators, artists, and filmmakers.
We bring you the latest and greatest impacting people from our community.
Spotlighting inspiring content from Generation Mix.
It's just a true honor to be able to do this, especially with all the great Filipino talent here.
Discover fresh artists first from around the world. Uniquely Filipino.
Step back three. He has got that.
Mix is the beat of our culture.
Hey guys, it's Samm with 2M's and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. I'm so excited to be here with all of you because joining me here today is a very talented artist. He is an Indonesian rapper, singer, and producer, and recently made history by becoming the first Indonesian artist to have 10 million monthly listeners on Spotify. And he just recently surprised all of us too with a brand new EP and project. I'm so excited to talk about. So everyone, please welcome to Mix Global, Rich Brian.
Hello, thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us here today. I know there's like time differences and all, but thank you so much for taking time out of your day and joining us. How are you?
I'm great. I just had some pizza that I made myself, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like leftover pizzas that I made yesterday for the first time. It was great. So
we stand a very versatile artist, you guys. He can also add pizza maker to his list of things that he can do, which is amazing. That's great to hear. But we just welcomed in a new year, obviously 2022, and also the Lunar New Year. How's that been for you so far?
It's been good. I think it's been it's been going pretty slow, but in a good way, I feel like sometimes the past 2 years have gone by like so fast. But this year has been it's been pretty cool. I just been like doing a bunch of stuff, making music, kind of preparing like for Coachella, just mentally, preparing mentally, but also like actually preparing my set, stuff like that. So it's been cool. And also my parents came to America and like we saw each other, and we haven't seen each other for like almost 2 years since COVID. So that was really nice. So yeah, it was cool.
Oh, I love that. I saw your photo too with your parents. I thought that was so cute that you posted. It's so adorable. But I love that you just dropped like Coachella, seamlessly into that conversation. Obviously a huge thing. You're making your debut performance at Coachella this year. So how has that been wrapping your mind about that thing? I mean, that's crazy. And congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been interesting because like I've never been to Coachella, just even as an audience. So it's like I don't know what to expect. I've seen videos but it's gonna be so big, and I'm just like, so many people are performing, and I was honestly like really surprised when I saw my name on the lineup, because like when they released the lineup, the first thing I was looking was just like down at the bottom. I was just like trying to like find my name, but then it was actually like kind of up there a little bit.
Oh yeah,
it was like next to Brockhampton. I was really happy about that. But yeah, I just I'm just trying to do my best. So we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be historic. It's gonna be cool.
No, yeah, it's gonna be amazing. And what a first time at Coachella, not just as an audience, but also performing at your first time at Coachella. So that's gonna be amazing, and we can't wait. Obviously, this year is a great start to so many fun things happening to Rich Ryan in 2022, like your recent EP that you surprised dropped on everyone, Brightside. Thank you so much for the gift of music, obviously, with the new year. So how did this EP actually come about, Brightside?
So that originally started from the first song on the EP, which is a New Tooth. I made that song and I just wanted to, like that song was so special to me, and I didn't want to just drop it as a single, and I just wanted to like, at first originally it was just gonna be like a 3-song drop, but then we ended up adding Get Your Mans on it, and then the plans kind of changed a little bit because we ended up dropping New Tooth first. And then about 3 weeks later, we dropped the EP or something like that. And I just, I've never I just love when artists just kind of drop things out of nowhere. But
Yeah.
you know, it's not the most ideal things like marketing wise. There, you know, it's like it's always better to kind of like, you know, for the amount of streams or whatever, to tease it and like to let people know that it's something's coming and all this kind of stuff. But I just think it's so, I don't know, it's like so badass to just drop it out of nowhere. And that's what I wanted to do with this EP. And yeah, that was just like you know, this EP is just like me trying to express myself in a way that, you know, like I haven't really done before, which is I haven't done something where it's just like back to back, just like rapping in a minute, I think. And you know, this is what I wanted to do, but also without like the pressure of making a whole album. Because I think like the album process is really, it's very labor intensive, and it's also, you know, but the thing is like I want it to be, you know, like if I want to make an album, like I want to make sure it's something that I like spend day and night on, and like for a long time, and making sure that it's really good. And right now I'm not like quite in the headspace to do that yet, but I just want to drop some music. So that was what Brightside was for.
I love it. You know, just doing it.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and do it. I mean, that's life. Life's too short. And I love that you're able to do stuff like that. Obviously, like you said, you have to be in the right headspace for the more intensive kind of process. But obviously, as listeners, we're so happy that you're able to drop it. Even though it was a surprise, we're still listening to it. So don't worry about the streams, you know, we're still listening to Brightside all day, every day. And you actually said that Brightside serves as like a mental note for yourself, like how the past year has helped you grow like as an artist and as a person. So while you were working on it, what were like the biggest changes you saw in yourself as an artist, or maybe even as a person?
I think the biggest changes that I saw in myself when I was writing it, or like even just, you know, before that, going through just the pandemic and everything, I think, I don't know, it's like I think I learned a lot about myself and like my priorities. I think those are the biggest things that changed. I think you know, for a while I've always just wanted to be like the greatest, like the number one artist, and you know that I still want to do that, but I feel like at the time I was just like kind of a little bit too focused on it, to the point where I was kind of like ignoring like other aspects of my life, like, you know, I don't know, like hanging out with my friends or whatever. I would just like kind of ditch hanging out with my friends just to focus on this one goal. And every single day I would wake up and kind of think about like, I want to post something funny today so that it'll get likes and it'll like translate to my number of streams. That was like my huge thing. And I don't know, it just kind of like, it felt like I was getting consumed by that slowly. And then I think the past year just made me kind of like realize, like I took a step back, I slowed down, took a couple months off, and just kind of like thought to myself, like, do I really want to do that? Like, is that really my goal? And if so, like, why is that my goal? So I think I just kind of, you know, I shifted my perspective a little bit to, you know, kind of remind myself that it's like, it's more important to like, you know, be happy and like be in the moment, and just like realize that it's like, I'm actually pretty content with what I have right now. And just like, I want to nurture what I have instead of just like being too focused on whatever is next, you know? And yeah, I think that's the biggest thing.
Oh, I love that. That's like, you know, real adulting stuff. When you start talking about priorities and nurturing and like being content, I feel like that's a good place to be into at this age, especially, and with everything going on right now. So we're so happy that you're able to channel all of that energy into Brightside too. And I am literally obsessed with obviously the whole project, but Get Your Mans, I think, is so highly addictive. Like you cannot not listen to it when it's playing. It's just literally there. So tell us more about Get Your Mans. I heard that even when you heard the beat, you were like, okay, this is something that has to happen. So what was it like working on it?
Yeah, thank you, by the way. But that song was that was a really, really fun project to do, because me and Warren was just with Warren just now earlier. But me and him, we just hang out, like, you know, outside of music. But it's really fun when we make music, because I don't know, we would just be at like a store or something, and then there would be like music playing in the back, and then he would just start freestyling. And like he's the type of person that just kind of like he loves just freestyling, and to him it's just like it's nothing, you know. And but for me, I'm just like, this is so cool to like to see. And being around him like really, really inspires me. So yeah, that day we just like we were in the studio and we just did it in a day. And you know, we wanted to make something that was like I was thinking about like the JID and J. Cole song Off
Mhm.
D's. Uh
Yeah.
and just like a couple, I don't know, like there's just like I feel like there's not as much back-to-back rap songs these days, and we wanted to kind of make that, and we wanted to, yeah, we wanted to make something special. And I think that experience was really cool because we were just kind of like literally just like me and him were just in, you know, each corner of the room just on our phones just like writing, and I'm just like looking at him. I wonder what you wrote, and just like kind of we're trying to just like be better than each other like on one song.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think that was fun. That was a really fun song, and I'm really happy we did it.
No, yeah, I feel like it does like reflect how fun it was to create it. Cause I feel like listening to it, you feel so like powerful and invincible when you
Right,
listen to Get Your Man. It's kind of like
right.
you wanna like jump off stuff. I don't know if that makes sense,
Yeah,
but kind of
it
that
totally
kind of
does.
vibe. Yeah, it's that kind of vibe. And I thought that was really cool that you were able to do that, especially the whole back-to-back like rap songs. I mean, a lot of people also missed a lot of the rapping from you too, and we're so happy that we were able to get it on Brightside. But I was too wondering too, like, what was it like writing? Like, how does that work when you guys write separately, like on your phones, right? Like, how does that go?
Uh, with me and Warren, I don't do this much with other artists just because it's
Mhm.
like it's hard to write or work with people that you don't know that well because it's
Mhm.
such an intimate process, I feel like. And I don't know, some people are kind of, I don't know, like for me, it's I think it's like a big social thing too. It's like it can get kind of awkward, and it's a lot of pressure too. But with me and Warren, it's like um sometimes it does kind of like feel pressuring. I'm sure it is for both of us too. Like I can't really speak for him, but I don't know, it just seems like a high pressure situation because there's like the engineers waiting, there's like people waiting and all that kind of stuff. But with me and him, I don't know, like we would just write a little bit, and then even if we're not done with it, we would just go in the booth and like just lay it down. And
Mhm.
then, you know, the other person like Warren would hear it and be like, oh, okay, cool. And then, you know, we kind of adjust our what we're gonna write on based on what you know each other write. And then yeah, I would just like write a little bit, and then, you know, Warren would write a little bit, and I would be like, oh, can I see what you wrote so far? And then he kind of like, you know, show me what he wrote, and he would just like rap it to me, like, and it's just, I don't know, it's like it's really fun. It's very it's an adrenaline rush sometimes. It's really fun.
No, I love that. It's like true friendship right there.
Yeah,
Being able to share in the whole
yeah.
creative process too. And aside from the single itself or the song, I love the music video too. The whole concept of like clones, I thought was really, really cool. And of course, something you would do. I don't know. I was just like, okay, of course, Rich Ryan's gonna do like something with clones. So what was it like creating this music video too with Warren, and of course, working on the whole concept of it?
uh that was really fun.
Mhm.
The directors, the Reggies, are actually friends of mine as well, and they also did the Edamame video. But that was something that I just wanted to like work on with them because a couple weeks before, me and them were just talking about like shooting stuff on film,
Mhm.
and just kind of like uh I don't shoot stuff on film like too often, and I think it would look really cool if Get Your Mans was shot on film. So we just kind of got together, and yeah, we like we all got on a call and like talked about what outfits we wanted to wear, and just like, you know, the clones, and like the, I don't know, like us being on the bus and like stuff like that. Yeah, it was just like it was a fun shoot. It was super cold. It was really cold in the desert.
Oh.
And yeah, that was like the coldest thing I've ever experienced, I think, in my life. And I went to New York, and it was colder than New York too. Yeah. So, yeah, but it was
I
fun.
love I love that point of comparison of New York and the desert. I mean, I can imagine. But yeah, it did look like a lot of fun and definitely did match the whole energy and the whole vibe of the song, Forget Your Man. So super exciting that you're able to release this. And we're so happy that you're able to release Brightside. But we can't wait, obviously, for everything else that you have going on. And we can't wait to have you back in the Philippines when the time is right and everything is fine, because you know we're going to bring the energy 100 times more than the last time that you were here. So do you have a message to all your Filipino fans who miss you and can't wait till you get to come back?
Yeah. I to the Filipino fans, man, I miss it. I really miss being out there. I've only been there once, and it was with Joji and the High Brothers actually. But it was,
Yes.
yeah, next time I'm definitely gonna go back there, and we're gonna do an even bigger show, and it's gonna be super fun.
I totally believe you. I was at that last show, the one you were
Oh,
here
you
at,
were?
and yeah, I was. It was so much fun. So in that like a little small venue where it was a little bit
Yeah.
intimate, I thought it was so much fun. So I can imagine it's gonna be 100 times better and more energetic when you come
Yeah.
back here, because everyone's gonna be very hyped that you're back. But thank you so much, Rich
Thank you for having me.
joining me. Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thanks, guys.